Hello again and welcome back to another one. And we'll be covering some drama from the weekend from several sources that will leave most of you with this look at the end of this video, from Kanye West tweets about Eminem, 50 Cent, Grizzley, and more. And as we dive in, if you're here for the first time, hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications, and find me on social media at ETLifestyle_web. A few days ago, Kanye dropped a screenshot of a discussion he had with an associate about ongoing issues of owning his masters, and one part of the discussion fueled the fire between Kanye fans and Taylor's. It states, "Remasters ownership we can look into buying, but if Taylor's cost 300 million, yours will cost a lot more, I assume." And based on the ongoing tussle on who made who famous, Taylor fans were in for a shock when Kanye tweeted this days later, "I'm gonna personally see to it that Taylor Swift gets her masters back. Scooter is a close family friend." And after days of going back and forth on Twitter, many don't know how to handle this from Kanye West, since all Taylor and Kanye have done for a while now is take digs at each other. The most memorable recently was Taylor announcing Folklore moments after Kanye announced Donda in an attempt to break Kanye's #1 streak. And here's a couple of popular reactions. Some will stay fighting on the heel. "Leave her alone already. Stop trying to use her name to be relevant. I repeat. She does not need you, she never has, never will. It is no love found after this gesture for many. Your obsession with Taylor is sickening. But if you think it is a positive step, he really trying to help Taylor out. If the stands still complain about this, then we already know you're 12 years old." On platforms like Twitter, Kanye West's fan base for the most part aren't big fans of Eminem, although Kanye is a huge fan of Eminem like he stated on a couple of occasions. So things were about to get confusing for the fans who don't have respect for Eminem after Kanye tweeted, "Eminem, thank you for rapping on the Dr. Dre remix of Use This Gospel. I have always loved and respected you, and I'm honored to have you bless this song. It's also Northwest's favorite Kanye West song of all time, and some of his fans that spend all day disrespecting Eminem certainly haven't taken this well." One user states, "Eminem hasn't been good in over a decade. I was 100% with Kanye until this tweet. What the hell, man? Eminem is literally the worst now." I use the term reverse stand for dedicated Eminem detractors, but it is not often we see solid examples of the term. Kanye West has said a lot of things in the past days, but imagine having an issue with Kanye for the first time in days just because Eminem is involved. That takes dedication, I must say, and in response to those crying, a user states, "Ye stands are shaking right now, and it ain't from excitement, LMAO." And Grammy Award-winning producer Frederick, who's worked with Eminem on a couple of occasions, had this to say about that tweet, "Fight Club rule #1 violation, shh." And this is a pattern for recent Eminem releases, it drops as a surprise. And Kanye certainly ruined that with the tweet, but in his defense, it's his kid's favorite song of all time. But the responses to Frederick's tweet are quite the spectacle, as many replies were along these lines. "Who is this dude? Who are you? This dude really just told Kanye not to talk about his own project," and more. And we are usually told it is Eminem fans that don't know hip-hop, but many in the replies prove that you could find clueless fans anywhere. And one user sums this up perfectly. "The fact that so many don't know who you are, Fred, speaks volumes about their lack of quote-unquote real knowledge when it comes to this industry." And moving on, based on recent occurrences, don't hold your breath for this to be released. This is part of Kanye's JRK2 produced by Dr. Dre that was announced months ago, vaporware at this point. And before I head to a report that will leave you confused, here's some development about Grizzley, who recently featured on the track with Eminem on Friday Night Cypher. And he's been collecting some wins recently, even on Twitter, where he went viral for this. "It is all banter," a user states,
"Me or the PS5?"
and Grizzley hits back with his answer, "PS5." And this has now had over 200,000 likes and has become his most liked post on the platform. 50 Cent took some time to speak about entitlement in his recent book, and on Dr. Dre, 50 shared this report. It states, "Dr. Dre's estranged wife claims she co-owns the name Dr. Dre," and it adds, "She's suing the Beats impresario in California court, claiming that she co-owns the trademark to his name as well as his landmark album, The Chronic."
Serious?
The Chronic dropped in 92, Dre got hitched in 96, and 50 Cent shares it with the caption, "Entitlement is a pain," and adds his book to go along with it, where he spoke about entitlement for a bit. Don't forget to share your thoughts on these topics below, like the video and subscribe if you enjoyed it, and see you on the next one.